Today on the channel, we unlock the Grid with DC McFarlane Collector's Edition Grid, Regular, and Platinum.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another DC Collector's Edition unboxing and review. And today we got something special. We got the regular edition, we got the platinum edition, we got Grid. But for all your Grid needs and a whole lot more, how about jaystoysandgames.com? Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15%, yes, 15% on all in-stock items. Gotta get a deal out there, and I feel like I'm going back to 8th grade keyboard class with Grid here, of course. A performer, a villain, hero, no, villain of course, one cyborg. We're talking all things data entry. We're talking all things computer with cyborgs. I guess main villain? It could be discussed, I guess, but know him from, of course, Cyborg's universe. That's what we'll call it. And I believe he even lives inside Cyborg sometimes. So it gets a little messy from time to time, just like these unboxings do. And of course, we're going to do this unboxing like we do all the other unboxings on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And I guess we'll start regular edition first, work our way to platinum. And what is wild is I have seen the platinum numerous times at the stores. Regular only one time, so very strange on how these are going. Are we sure we got the platinum sticker on here, right, Todd? Todd says yes, so you gotta go give it to the man over there. Of course, big window here, big heavy figure. Looks like a lot of cyborg reuse as well. We're gonna dive into that in a little bit. DC Multiverse Grid down here, collector's edition, of course. 22 points of articulation like a young Mark Summers on the couch, and of course 8 and up on here as well. 12 and up. Oh my gosh. Mark Summers, you're right from the couch, 12 and up on this bad boy here. And Forever Evil, like a heavy metal band or something, number 29 in the line so far. Nothing too fun over here. Then on the back, got that big image there of Grid, just doing grid-like things. He's going to get into gridlock traffic, is what he's going to do if he's not careful. And will he come out of the package? Well, yes, he will. Come on. Come on, Grid. Work with me. Work with me here. Oh, gosh. See you later. Up high. Plastic, of course, everywhere. Got to have that stand. We need that card stand, Todd. Oh, my gosh. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants that stand for their card. See you later. Goodbye. DC McFarlane stand. Seen it before. We'll see it again. DC card stand as well. See you later. Goodbye. I still don't understand these. I just don't want them. Don't need them. Is what it is. But we got the card here. Real name NA. And we're seeing a lot of villains with this name. I guess the moral of the story here is if you have a kid, you have a child, you birth a human being, a body, an alien, whatever it may be, if you name your kid N/A, you're setting them up to be a supervillain. We've seen it on many of these. The Joker, Grid, Doomsday. There's so many. There's so many. So be careful what you're doing. It's a chore to name your kid, and you got to do it correctly or else you're going to end up with a supervillain. Grid was a software program that gathered information for Cyborg. The program grew and evolved into a living computer virus. In its new malevolent, you know what I mean, form, this sentient form of, this is ridiculous, Todd McFarlane, this sentient form of artificial intelligence attacked the Justice League, forming an alliance with Earth 3's crime syndicate. And man, I mess with Earth 2, I don't mess with Earth 3. For its invaluable services, Grid demanded 2 things. A body cold for the robotic prosthesis. I can't talk today. I can't read today. This is just going bad. Of Cyborg and emotions, which was its ultimate goal. So long way to get there. Never going to read that again. That's the way it's going to go. You got Grid there in the old plastic prison looking pretty good. Gonna carve him out. There's 1. There's 2. Can I buckle my shoe? Possibly. And yeah, 3, buckle my shoe right there. Oh my gosh, then we're locked in at the legs too. Why wouldn't we be? We're trying to get all these twist ties here for the end of the year contest is what we're trying to do. There's going to be a huge contest. You better be following me on my YouTube channel. You better be following me on social media because we're going to have a heck of a contest to see how many twist ties we got in 2024. And Todd gave a lot of them. That's for sure. A contest that's never been attempted before. See you later, goodbye. And probably never going to be attempted again because nobody else is crazy enough to do it, but we will, so stay tuned. Just like this Grid figure. So Grid is out of the package. He's ready to go. No accessories, nothing like that. Just his beautiful personality is all we got right here. But big body on Grid. Man, he's really long-legged here. Very short up top. Every once in a while, you see some girls like that in high school basketball stuff. They got super long legs, but real short in the torso. And I guess maybe he was a female basketball player once upon a time. Like a young Caitlin Clark, possibly. Oh, Caitlin Clark. She went to Dowling. That's my rival high school. When I was a kid, nobody liked Dowling. We were Valley kids. It was all about Valley, not the Dowling. Caitlin Clark dead to me immediately when I found out she went to Dowling. So shout out to the Valley Tigers. Represent. But Grid here looking very monstrous, very cybernetic, very like wires and stuff came together. I could just see him being built, like all this contraptions coming together. But looking good, a little bit of green in there, one green eye, one dead eye. Very skull-like mouth on him there, very, very cool. And then, of course, wires and steel mixed throughout. Of course, you got to have some shoulder protection. He's got that going on there. Kind of a black bodysuit. Do we call it a bodysuit going in over here? And then you got a big old, like, firing weapon arm. And even better, it's got some spikes in it. So you stab somebody in the stomach, then you start blasting. That's what you do if you're Grid. Got a little green on the dots right there, looking okay. Big forearm guard on this side. Open hand on this side, got some claws, and he can use them like a young Wolverine, I bet, right there. And then big cybernetic like legs down at the bottom, all the way down to the bottom there in the old boots. Arms, of course, going to go all the way around for us. Bicep cut. Single jointed elbow on this one. Nothing going on the end of here. Head back and forth, side to side. Small head on this guy here. Of course, hula hoop up top, plus traditional waist. And got those big old Grid splits. Just because he's a big menace doesn't mean he can't do the splits. Legs do go up. Single jointed knee, a little side to side in there. Ankles a little back and forth, a little up and down. And then, of course, the toe articulation, just like Todd from the couch waving at you. Got that going on right there. So Grid, honestly, not as cool as I was expecting. I thought he looked a lot better in the package. I thought he was going to be a little bit cooler of a figure. Kind of is what he is at this point here. Now, he does fit on a DC McFarlane stand, which is always a good thing. He comes with it, after all. You better fit on it. And he does. So, it is what it is. We're going to knock the other one out pretty quickly as well. We got Grid in this package. In his teal. His Sunday best is his teal color, if I'm not mistaken. Sides of the package, everything else going to be identical to the last one. But we're doubling up on the Grid here. We're doubling up on the Grid. Same card, same stand, same everything. No need to go over that one more time, I don't think. But I'm going to have to cut him out of the package once again, that's for sure. He's locked in. He's locked and loaded like a young Rob Halford. In his solo career years, of course, as we know. Pull that out, whip this out. We're whipping it out left and right. Oh, ladies love it when we whip it out, that's for sure. Come on, there it is. Don't want to take a finger off. Nobody wants to lose a finger over a Grid, that's for sure. Just a dangerous game here, as we know. But, man, we keep adding to this clip strip pile. It's going to be a dangerous year-end countdown for this one. Just everybody stay tuned for that. It's going to be the most exciting thing to probably kick off 2025 in all of YouTube. I'm calling it right now. And there it is. And we get it all out. There it goes. See you later, up high, goodbye. And we got Grid out of the package here this time, the Platinum version. I don't know. You guys tell me what's your thoughts on this teal version here. Do you like the original version better? I guess that's the original, so most people probably do like it. But this teal one's got a very interesting look to him for sure. You could also use these guys almost like a tag team, like a big bruiser villain tag team. And I guess it's not too far off. You could say, hey, the cyborg Grid system, it's split in two and it made two versions of Grid. You could even say, hey, one's a good Grid, one's a bad Grid. Maybe you could even do something like that. You got to choose your own adventure on here, but I don't know. Is what it is. I thought this figure was going to be a little bit funner, a little cooler than I thought it would be cooler, but kind of just here for me. A little bit of just a brick here. Barely even fits on a stand, doesn't want to stand either. We've had better from McFarlane. I think we can all come together and agree on that. This Grid, not really doing it for me for whatever reason. A pretty deep cut character, at least as far as I'm concerned. Maybe not you if you're deep into the cyborg lore. But kind of just is what it is for the most part. And when I first saw it, I figured it was a lot of reuse from the Cyborg Target Build-A-Figure wave, and I was right. Especially the bottom half, basically the same bottom half. The top is where things get a little bit different. And when I think in my brain of Cyborg, I don't think of him as a big monster like this. I think of more of a littler guy. Maybe that's just me. And we did get that fairly recently from, of course, DC McFarlane. More in my head what Cyborg's like. But this is a big, beefy Cyborg. Just choose your own Cyborg adventure. And I guess choose your own grid adventure at the end of the day. But I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on this grid. Which one do you prefer between the two? Was it a pickup for you, a pass? Like I said, I had a lot of excitement about this one. I love a big figure, you know that. But this one just, for some reason, just doesn't fill me with a lot of love. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. You guys tell me in the comments down below. And, of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We got videos every single day and then some. Check them out. Subscribe to the channel. Both channels while you're at it. Check out the Patreon where everything funnels to the Patreon. You guys know that by now. ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Sir Paul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and Instagram, and now on TikTok. You can see all my dance moves on the grid, of course, over there on TikTok. So for Grid ×2, I'm Kyle, and I'll see you all real soon.